Alright, welcome to the channel. This is Dario Living Man, Dario Truth Guardian. I'll be reading from the Cornell Law School website, Legal Information Institute, U.S. Code, Title 1, Chapter 1, Rules of Construction, Sections 1 through 8. Let's get started. 1 U.S. Code, Section 1, Words denoting number, gender, and so forth. In determining the meaning of any act of Congress, unless the context indicates otherwise, words importing the singular include and apply to several persons, parties, or things. Words importing the plural include the singular. Words importing the masculine gender include the feminine as well. Words used in the present tense include the future as well as the present. The words insane and insane person shall include every idiot, insane person, and person non compos mentis. The words person and whoever include corporations, companies, associations, firms, partnerships, societies, and joint stock companies, as well as individuals. Officer includes any person authorized by law to perform the duties of the office. Signature or subscription includes a mark when the person making the same intended it as such. Oath includes affirmation, and sworn includes affirmed. Writing includes printing and typewriting and reproductions of visual symbols by photographing, multigraphing, mimeographing, manifolding, or otherwise. July 30th, 1947, Chapter 388, 61, Stat 633. June 25th, 1948, Chapter 645, Section 6, 62, Stat 859. October 31st, 1951, Chapter 655, Section 1, 65, Stat 710. Public Law 112-231, Section 2A. December 28th, 2012, 126, Stat 1619. 1 U.S. Code Section 2, County as including parish, and so forth. The word county includes a parish or any other equivalent subdivision of a state or territory of the United States. July 30th, 1947, Chapter 388, 61, Stat 633. 1 U.S. Code Section 3, Vessel as including all means of water transportation. The word vessel includes every description of watercraft or other artificial contrivance used or capable of being used as a means of transportation on water. July 30th, 1947, Chapter 388, 61, Stat 633. 1 U.S. Code Section 4, Vehicle as including all means of land transportation. The word vehicle includes every description of carriage or other artificial contrivance used or capable of being used as a means of transportation on land. July 30th, 1947, Chapter 388, 61, Stat 633. 1 U.S. Code Section 5, Company or association as including successors and assigns. The word company or association, when used in reference to a corporation, shall be deemed to embrace the words successors and assigns of such company or association, in like manner as if these last named words or words of similar import were expressed. July 30th, 1947, Chapter 388, 61, Stat 633. 1 U.S. Code Section 6, Limitation of term products of American fisheries. Wherever in the statutes of the United States or in the rulings, regulations, or interpretations of various administrative bureaus and agencies of the United States, there appears or may appear the term products of American fisheries, said term shall not include fresh or frozen fish fillets, fresh or frozen fish steaks, or fresh or frozen slices of fish substantially free of bone, including any of the foregoing divided into sections, produced in a foreign country or its territorial waters, in whole or in part with the use of the labor of persons who are not residents of the United States. July 30th, 1947, Chapter 388, 61, Stat 634. 1 U.S. Code Section 7, Marriage. A. For the purposes of any federal law, rule, or regulation in which marital status is a factor, an individual shall be considered married if that individual's marriage is between two individuals and is valid in the state where the marriage was entered into, or, in the case of a marriage entered into outside any state, if the marriage is between two individuals and is valid in the place where entered into, and the marriage could have been entered into in a state. B. In this section, the term state means a state, the District of Columbia, the Commonwealth of Puerto Rico, or any other territory or possession of the United States. C. For purposes of subsection A, in determining whether a marriage is valid in a state or the place where entered into, if outside of any state, only the law of the jurisdiction applicable at the time the marriage was entered into may be considered. Added Public Law 104-199, Section 3A, September 21st, 1996, 110 Stat 2419, Amended Public Law 117-228, Section 5, December 13th, 2022, 136 Stat 2306. 1 U.S. Code Section 8, Person, Human Being, Child, and Individual as including born alive infant. A. In determining the meaning of any act of Congress or of any ruling, regulation, or interpretation of the various administrative bureaus and agencies of the United States, the words person, human being, child, and individual shall include every infant member of the species Homo sapiens who is born alive at any stage of development. B. As used in this section, the term born alive with respect to a member of the species Homo sapiens means the complete expulsion or extraction from his or her mother of that member at any stage of development who after such expulsion or extraction breathes or has a beating heart, pulsation of the umbilical cord, or definite movement of voluntary muscles, regardless of whether the umbilical cord has been cut and regardless of whether the expulsion or extraction occurs as a result of natural or induced labor, cesarean section, or induced abortion. C. Nothing in this section shall be construed to affirm, deny, expand, or contract any legal status or legal right applicable to any member of the species Homo sapiens at any point prior to being born alive as defined in this section. Added Public Law 107-207, Section 2A, August 5th, 2002, 116, Stat 926.